Hello everybody, it's your old pal Trish. I'm here to present the 2026 CD and Cassette Tag. If you collect CDs or cassettes, I welcome you to participate in video form, of course. And if you can't participate in video form, you can post your answers in the comments. All right, question 1. A new or old band you got turned onto in 2025? Well, that would be, actually I have 2. I have Kid Creole and the Coconuts and the Tower of Power. Now I saw those in my local CD record store this summer, and I said, you know, I've heard of both of them. I know people collected them in the 80s and 90s. I said, you know what? Let me check out these 2 bands. And wow, was I not disappointed. I don't have anything here with me like tapes or CDs, but I thought I'd just throw these questions out there and answer them later. All right, all these questions on these little note papers. What genre do you want to add or expand in 2026? Well, I would like to beef up my reggae and soul collection. Yeah. Name 3 or more VC members you think deserve more views. Well. Okay, Steve Bender, Grown Man Record Night, Mellow Mano 414, and Sideshow Tink. How's that? All right, back to this page. All right, this isn't easy, but I hope you're enjoying it. Let's see. People you want to return to the VC. Okay, back to this page. I wrote notes for myself. Oh gosh. People you want to return to the VC. Okay. Tim Allen, Matt Hayes, and Wes Spins Vinyl. Okay, I couldn't read it there for a second. Yeah, so the people I'd like to see return to making more videos is Tim Allen, Matt Hayes, and Wes Spins Vinyl. All right. So if you're watching this and you know those guys, tell them to get their bad selves back on YouTube, please. All right. What camera do you use to make videos? Well, one of them is my Canon SX70, which I am holding right now. The smaller one is the Canon SX720. Yeah. All right. Canons are good cameras. All right, did I do. All right, that goes there. All right, do you have a tape or CD player in your car? Yes, I did. My car right now is, well, let's just say it's dead, and eventually my sister-in-law or my sister and brother-in-law get sell because I'm no longer working. I'm fully retired, so with exception to the beach. But eventually they're going to sell it. It's not dead. It just needs some repairs. Okay, question 7. Show your stereo setup. Well, I just have a boombox up here, but down here I have, down here I have my one CD player, my receiver, and the 5 CD player. No, that's the C5. Yeah, that's the 5 CD player. That's the receiver, and that's the tape deck. Yeah. Oh, correction. That's a 5 CD player. Up there, that's the 1 CD player. That's the receiver. And down there is a tape deck, the dual tape deck, which I don't think is working that well, but it's there. All right, next question. Where is it? Hold on. I dropped that paper. Hold on. All right, hold on. Here we go. Do you make CD or tape mixes? Both. There's a group on Instagram called the CD Mix, a group on Instagram called the Mix Tape Exchange. 2 words. Mixtape, 1 word, exchange. All right? Check it out and you'll find out all about it. I also belong to a CD Mix Exchange. And that's, through email. And if you ever want to get involved with that, shoot me a DM, and I'll ask the admin if he wants more members. If I'm sure he would, but just if you're on Messenger, just shoot me a message saying I'd like to get involved in the CD CD Mix Exchange. For the Mixtape Exchange, that group is on Instagram. Just search Mixtape Exchange. Okay? All right. New music stores in your area. I wouldn't say new, but there's a store a few blocks from me called Clarizio Music, and they just a few years ago they started selling albums, tapes, and CDs. Yeah, new albums, used CDs and cassettes. Okay. Bands or singers you think deserve more love on YouTube. Wow. Wow. Well, one I can tell you definitely, I think Jimmy Buffett needs more, love on YouTube. I also think, Jimmy Buffett. Jimmy Buffett would be my top choice. And the, was it, Jimmy Buffett needs more love on YouTube. Oh, and another band, Stick Figure. Check them out. Stick Figure is a great reggae band out of California. Please Google them and just Google Stick Figure Reggae Band, and I'm sure you'll find it. If you love reggae, you'll definitely love Stick Figure. Okay, last questions. Okay. Oh, I think I'm done there. New music source. Okay. All right. Well, that's it, guys. I'm gonna double check and make sure I didn't skip over anything. Please hold. New bids. Okay. Remember. Okay. All right. I think that's it. And if I did it right, Hi guys. About 15 years ago, I joined the YouTube community. And it was around this time of year too, if memory serves me right. So, a little history about how I got started. And I got on YouTube because my friend J. Pet Dalton, now known as James Dalton, did videos of practicing harmonica, and he'd do live feeds from gigs and stuff. And in order to watch him, I had to subscribe to YouTube and keep up with him. And one day I thought, I wonder if there's anyone that on here that, talks about their music collection. Well. There were a few people that did. The ones that are still with us and still around, namely are Derek Higgins and Brandon, Mr. Hall of Fame. And there was this guy, Teddy. Last account he had was Eat, Sleep, Vinyl, but I forget the name of his first account. Anyway, this guy Teddy, does anybody remember him? Is he still around? Is he still with us? I hope he is, because he did great content. I mean, he did content like you could swear he had the kind of presentation you might see on a educational channel or like PBS or something, but it was like it was very informative and very educational. Anyway, he used to have this green chair that he sat in, and he'd show his collection, talk about it, and like I said, it was very informative and educational. And I thought, then I saw this guy, Derek Higgins. Derek, if you're watching, and Derek's still with us. And then there was this guy, Brandon, Mr. Hall of Fame. And Brandon and I think we had similar cameras, because in our early days, both our videos were, the video nor audio quality was the best, but we've both stepped up to better equipment. But back in the day, we must have had these, vlogger's first camera, these little Sony things. But that's okay. I'm very, happy to have had that. And I was looking around, I said, I have a pretty decent CD collection. I wonder if this vinyl community would accept me, even though I only collect CDs. And, well, they did. And I am very, very thankful for that. So, if you're out there and you collect CDs or cassettes or both, and you're wondering, I wonder if the VC would accept me. Well, I would. So I encourage you, if you're out there and wondering if we'd accept you, I encourage you to pick up your camera or even your cell phone and start making videos featuring your collection. All right? And that's my encouraging word of the week. Okay? Remember, peace, love, and keep the good tunes spinning. Live with a purpose and walk with a smile. And remember, let's lift each other up and not tear each other down. All right? Take care. And Happy New Year.